So let's start by you telling us your name, your grad year, and your major.
My name is Tellvik. I'm graduating in the spring of 2020, and I'm an English major with a concentration in writing.
Wonderful. Yeah. So this is it. Are you gonna walk?
Yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to walk this spring.
That's great.
Yeah,
so you're in the home stretch.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And what scholarship do you have, Sean?
So I was given the Edding Scholarship.
Wonderful.
In literature and writing.
Wonderful. And when you received that scholarship, or when you got word that you did, what did it mean to you?
Oh, it meant so much. I wrote this essay about having more diverse classes and stuff within the literature department, and knowing that they kind of heard me and gave me that scholarship based on what I talked about was really impactful and kind of gave me hope for the direction of the literature department.
That is new information to me. That is wonderful. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's got to feel good to know that there's ears listening.
Yeah, I know. It's something that a lot of my peers and stuff have also expressed desire to have in the literature department. So I hope that that's hope for them too.
That's awesome. That's so cool. How has your scholarship, how's the Edding Scholarship allowed you to grow as a person and as a student?
It definitely helps me think about like how much of an impact I can have, wanting to carry a lot of the things that that they're teaching us in college, carry that through beyond college, because they're kind of investing in, like, that's kind of the point of a scholarship, is to invest in the students, and knowing that I can take the experiences that have shown me like what's important to change within within this department, knowing that I can take that beyond just graduation at Western is like really inspiring.
Yeah, that's great. And you've got this scholarship, you're graduating this spring. What is Sean's big dream?
So I've always wanted to become a writer, like a creative writer. I've especially wanted to write novels, but I also want to do something else to support that involves working with others. And within the last couple of years, I've kind of considered a lot of my options and realized that my main goal would be to work in some sort of library position, because I find myself aligned with a lot of the values of lifelong learning and community and diversity that I think are really important.
Totally agree. Mm-hmm. So I know that there are a lot of wonderful professors in sort of the realm of your major.
Yeah.
Is there one that sticks out to you that when I think of Western, when I look back on my experience, this person just impacted me at a different level?
Yeah, so actually that would be Dr. Andrews for me in the literature department. He retired at the end of last year, but freshman year, he was the first English professor I had here, and he was super encouraging, and I love the way that he taught his classes. Really gave a voice to everyone and valued everyone's opinions and made everyone feel comfortable. And I think a lot of professors succeed when they do that.
Yeah. And students.
Yes. They succeed at their goal of students learning and being in a supportive atmosphere so that they can carry those skills into the future.
You're, like we mentioned, you're a senior, so this is a lot of reflection, but what has been your favorite part, being a Western student? What has been your favorite thing about being a Western student?
My favorite thing at Western is definitely the people, like all my other peers and all the friends that I've made. I had no idea when I came to campus for the first time how welcoming it would feel, and I just immediately fell in love. And then the first week of being here as a freshman, I was really nervous, as a lot of people are. And within like a couple days, I realized how like supportive and friendly that community was within just my hall. And then, first week of classes comes around, and made a lot of new connections. And it's just grown since then. And everyone's just so friendly.
Do you think, like looking back
Yeah.
on Sean as a freshman and now Sean getting ready to graduate, and looking at this big dream, do you see growth? Do you see change?
Yeah, I think so. I remember when I was a freshman, before I even came here, actually, I wanted to work at the Writing Center, but I didn't actually know anything about what it was like. And then that same professor, Dr. Andrews, after I took his class, encouraged me to apply and actually wrote a recommendation and sent it to them. And I was just so honored. And I was also really nervous.
Yeah, totally.
It was like,
normal.
oh, now I have to do it.
Yeah.
But then, I applied, and I eventually got the job, and it's been life-changing. And I think ever since then, I've really come out of my shell, because I've met so many more people who've really just been so supportive, and have kind of helped me see where I want to go from here.
I love that. I couldn't agree more. As a student and as somebody who's fortunate to be an employee here, I think it's continually supportive. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question, and it's a fun one. If your donor came through the door, or if they walked in now, what would you want them to know?
Well, first of all, like a big thank you. It just means so much to me. Like when I got the news, I was so excited. I texted all my friends. I was like, I got it.
Yeah,
like,
you
they
should be
listened.
that excited.
Yeah, it just means a lot to me to know that someone's listening, like we talked about.
Yeah.
And to know that they value the students who just have all these dreams, and they want to see change.
Yeah.
And knowing that like it's possible is just really encouraging.
Yeah.